Right now, just a day after the state Supreme Court flipped to a liberal majority, a coalition of legal groups is now filing a lawsuit challenging the state's legislative district maps. Also, a new pilot program will allow some Madison police officers to wear body cameras. We'll hear from residents living in the area where those body cameras will be worn first, what they think of the move. And later, we'll take you live to Concerts on the Square, a preview of the final performance of the summer. Welcome to News 3 Now at 6. A day after Wisconsin's Supreme Court flipped to a liberal majority, liberal law groups filed a new lawsuit challenging the state's legislative maps. Political reporter Will Keneally has more. Will?
So these maps right here, these are the ones that you use to vote for the state assembly and state senate. They're drawn with roughly 60,000 people. And in the assembly, the groups are different neighborhoods, essentially. So in Madison, think like Far West, Near West, Isthmus, and the East Side. Now, Democrats allege how these lines are drawn give more power to Republicans, and they want them to be drawn more fairly. Now, any changes to these maps could fundamentally shift how much power Republicans have in the state capitol.
We ask the court to hold that partisan gerrymandering violates the rights the Wisconsin Constitution guarantees to every resident of this state.
Wisconsin's newest Supreme Court justice made a central part of her campaign this April, restoring these rights to voters. And so the day after Janet Protasiewicz is sworn in, liberal law firms are taking what is likely their best shot to throw out the current state maps, which they argue favor Republicans.
It is just almost unheard of to have a map that looks like this, where one party is getting 2/3 of the legislative seats. And so this stands apart among the 50 states as probably the most extreme that I have seen.
The timing of the suit was immediately noticed by Republicans, who said doing this the day after the court flipped to a liberal majority puts into question the integrity of the court. Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu said, quote, "It's clear that liberal interest groups are coming to collect from Justice Protasiewicz after her campaign broke judicial code to earn their financial support earlier this year. Because of those close ties, Protasiewicz committed to recusing herself from any case involving the Democratic Party. But this case does not involve the party directly."
If the Democratic Party brings a lawsuit to the Supreme Court, she will recuse herself. And as the chair of the Democratic Party, I honor that. I don't want anyone's thumb on the scale of justice in the state. What I want is to remove the thumb of mega donors from our state Supreme Court.
Now, lawyers for the suit asked the Wisconsin Supreme Court to take this case directly, bypassing the lower courts and possibly making this a much quicker process.
Well, thank you. Let's head downtown now to Concerts on the Square. A check of your first warn forecast. Meteorologist Jacob Montesano. Jacob?
Yeah, right now temperatures are very nice here. Looking at the current temperatures, it says that it is around 82 degrees in Madison, but I gotta be honest, it feels a little bit chillier than that. Most likely because I'm in the shade right now, but for the most part, it is definitely very nice out. Look at the dew points, you know, it is a little humid outside, but considering the sun has continued to set and there's really a lot of shade behind me, it doesn't really feel too bad. So looking at the heat index values, you know, a lot of them say 80s still, but it kind of feels more like it's in the 70s, especially while you're in the shade. So you still have time to get down to Concerts on the Square, and I definitely recommend it considering the current conditions. It's very nice out. Looking at the radar, we also are seeing pretty much completely dry conditions, not just for southern Wisconsin, but really all of Wisconsin, and that has been the case throughout the day. Now, throughout the evening, we'll see temperatures in the lower 80s to upper 70s, although we could see conditions a little bit humid, but it's not really going to impact the overall temperatures too much, or at least how the temperatures feel. Overnight, it will be a bit mild with lows only dropping into the upper 60s. Parts of our area may even hang on to the 70s because of that humidity. Now, tomorrow will be warmer, and we do have a chance of some storms over the weekend. More details on both coming up a bit later in the show.
A man is in police custody after he reportedly threatened others with a gun late last night. It happened at Elver Park on the city's far west side. One officer reported hearing gunfire. Officers were able to safely get others out of the park before finding the man. He was arrested after police found the suspected gun. No one was hurt. The investigation is ongoing as police continue to interview people who were in the area. The Wisconsin Department of Criminal Investigations is assisting the Juneau County Sheriff's Office in its search for a missing woman who hasn't been seen since the 4th of July. Leah Stewart went missing in the area of 43rd Street in the township of Lemonweir near Mauston. She was last seen wearing black shorts, a dark-colored shirt, and no shoes. If you have any information on her whereabouts, you're asked to call the Juneau County Sheriff's Office. Late last night, Madison's Common Council passed a pilot program for Madison's police department that would allow the North Side Police District to wear body cameras. Jalen Banks caught up with some residents to get their reaction to the news.
With body cams on the horizon for police officers on Madison's north side, one business owner believes it's a step in the right direction.
We need to have trust between the public and the police officers. If that trust is not there, the security ain't gonna be there.
Tunkar's business is located on the north side.
Right now, I'm cooking the gravy for the fufu.
And due to crime in recent years, it is bulletproof windows and 8 security cameras. And he believes the body cameras protect not just the people,
I give it a little stir.
but officers as well.
It's all about doing, everybody's supposed to do their part.
Yes, sir.
You know, the law is there to protect everybody, to protect the police and to protect the population.
One mother who spends a lot of time with her children on Madison's north side is surprised the city does not already have body cams.
Because I know that Sauk County Police have body cameras and have for years now, so I'm shocked to learn that Madison doesn't already do that.
And she finds comfort that cameras might leave less room for error.
It can't be altered, so it shows clearly what an interaction with a police officer is.
MPD plans on equipping the north side district with 48 cameras by the end of the month. Reporting on Madison's north side, Jalen Banks, News 3 Now.
Dane County is reopening its Youth Justice and Prevention Facility today. It was formerly known as the Neighborhood Intervention Program Building. The facility underwent a redesign to improve safety and security. The remodel allows the State Health Department to bring all of the youth justice-related services under one roof. It also provides group and game room space, hybrid Zoom conference rooms, and a more youth-friendly space. With focus on cardiac arrest in athletes rising, Mercy Health and UW-Whitewater held their annual Emergency Action Plan training session today. Sudden cardiac arrest in athletes has been in the national spotlight after recent emergency events. Mercy Health and UW-Whitewater want the public to know they are continuously training for such events.
Typically, we're doing this mostly for football, but we'll get it for gymnastics, we'll get it for hockey, we'll do it for lacrosse and soccer. I mean, you can have a downed athlete in just about any sport that's contact related.
Part of the training is spine boarding an athlete, practicing their response should it be needed this season. 3 of Madison's hospitals are among the best in the country, according to updated rankings from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. SSM Health, St. Mary's Hospital, Madison, Unity Point Health, Meriter, and UW Health all received 5-star ratings from the government agency based on their performance. According to a joint release from the 3 healthcare systems, only 26 hospitals in the entire state received the 5-star rating, and only 483 hospitals in the entire United States, just 10.4% overall, received a 5-star rating as of July of this year. State data shows COVID-19 levels are on the rise in Madison's wastewater. Our Catherine Merck spoke with researchers in the state lab today and joins us in studio to explain what the trends mean. Catherine.
The state health dashboard shows the current average of the 3 most recent COVID measurements is moderate compared to the past 6 months of data. So here's exactly what that looks like. This graph on your screen right now shows the past year of wastewater concentration in Madison. Those orange plus signs on the bottom of right of your screen, those indicate a significant increase. While this kind of research is done to try to understand infections in the county, or community rather, the lab researchers say there is still more to look at before further conclusions are made about these recent findings.
In order for us to judge if this is something of concern, I would give us another week or 2 and see if these measurements stay higher and they continue growing, or would this come down?
The scientists I spoke with at the Wisconsin State Laboratory of Hygiene say this method of testing wastewater will play a key role in the future of predicting COVID trends in the general population.
And coming up, the 40th season of Concerts on the Square coming to a close tonight. After the break, we go live to the Capitol Square for a preview of what you can expect to hear.
Stoughton Health has 3 convenient urgent care locations for the care you need without the wait. We have clinics in Oregon, Stoughton, and McFarland with extended hours to fit your schedule. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. Give a beautiful color to your projects with Minwax Wood Finish. Minwax is a penetrating stain that enhances all types of wood and dries fast. A quart of Minwax oil-based wood finish is $10.99 after rebate. Add an extra layer of protection with a coat of ultra-flat clear wood polyurethane. It provides a clear, long-lasting finish to interior projects. A quart of Minwax fast-drying polyurethane is $12.99 after 11% off.
Save big money at Menards.
Kids will be back in school before we know it, and we want to make sure they're ready.
That's why Boys and Girls Clubs of Dane County and News 3 Now are collecting school supplies for area students.
Monday, August 7th, please help us stuff the bus.
We'll be right here at Metcalf's Market behind Westtown Mall. Just look for the school bus.
Visit channel3000.com for details, and then stop by August 7th to help us stuff the bus.
Sponsored by Midwest Financial Group, Lamer's Bus Lines, and Metcalf's Market.
Bob's Summer of Savings makes buying new furniture a win-win, because my everyday low prices means you don't have to choose between a new sofa or a fun day with the fam. Get my Avenger sofa or console love seat with exciting features like power reclining seats, USB ports, a drop-down table, and Bobopedic comfort in gray or black, just $9.99 each, with financing options to fit your budget, so you can make a splash at home and with the fam. Have a win-win summer at Bob's Discount Furniture, in-store or online today.
Stoughton Health has 3 convenient urgent care locations for the care you need without the wait. We have clinics in Oregon, Stoughton, and McFarland with extended hours to fit your schedule. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
After dealing with multiple weather delays and a cancellation, tonight will be the final Concerts on the Square performance of the summer. Let's again head back down to the Capitol where Brady Mallory is live. Hi, Brady.
No weather problems here tonight. You couldn't ask for a better night for the grand finale of Concerts on the Square for the season. And the man in mint himself is with me, Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra CEO Joe Lanus. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great. This is an exciting part of the night for me because you start to see it really fill in, and we're T-minus 1 hour. So I'm just, I don't know. All this is super fun, and it's great for this community.
Yeah, and Journey Through Time. Do you want to remind people what they can expect?
Yeah, Andrew has curated a really interesting program with composers from as far back as 1749 to a 24-year-old who's composing as we speak with Dance Odyssey, which opens the second half. So it's a little bit of everything, and then of course you have John Williams and some of the classics from all the movies we know and love. So it's just super exciting.
Very good. And of course this is our last evening of this season for Concerts on the Square, but you have a whole lot more to come for the rest of the year. It's not just this, you go away for a long time, you're working all year round.
Yeah, you know, most people know us as putting on Concerts on the Square. It's a 6-week season, but we have stuff going on all 12 months, and when this goes away till next year, we gear up for our fall season. So we have a new initiative called Musical Landscapes in Color, which is a 5-year recording initiative with all Black American composers. Really? And October 13th is our first performance and recording at Capitol Theater. And then we kick off our indoor season at Capitol, our Masterworks, with Maxime Landau. So we have a 5-concert indoor season. And, you know, we really want to capture the imagination of this crowd. So we're having actually little pamphlets that go out. This is a 40% off tickets for our indoor season now till August 6th. So if this crowd or your audience wants to hear the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra for next season, go to our website. The promo code is Indoor Party. And we just want people to continue to experience Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra beyond just Concerts on the Square, because it's such a fine orchestra and they do such great work in the winter.
You do a lot of good things to get people together. I mean, look at this. Look at everyone here. There's not as much blanket space as there was when we started earlier.
Again, I may have said this at 4. I don't know if Madison realizes just how unique this is in the orchestra land. We have 200,000 people that come see 6 free classical concerts, and you just don't see this. And we just have this amazing thing that this community has supported for 40 years.
And I have to wrap up, but really quick, 40 for 40, people can donate and keep this going.
Yes, go to our website, wcoconcerts.org/donate, or you can text concerts to 801-801. give now, help us continue to make this continue to go on for another 40 years.
All right. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you, Brady.
And remember, this starts at 7, so you still have plenty of time to get down here. There is some blanket space. Maybe bring a dish towel, have a small blanket, squeeze in there. Eric, you come down here and you can sit with my friends and I.
That sounds good. Congrats on a great year to the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra. Brady, thank you. Joe as well. And still ahead, officials in Oshkosh releasing this year's EAA Air Venture final numbers. And after some recent scares across the country and even right here in Wisconsin, what safety inspectors are doing to make sure the state fair goes off without an incident. And the weather does not appear to be a factor for the final concert tonight. Jacob's complete forecast after the break.
Send them back to school in style with Steinhoffels. Shop our back to school sale for trendy and functional furniture. Plus, get great deals on mattresses. Twins start at just $89 and queens start at $129. And take an extra 10% off our already low-priced clearance furniture and mattresses. Make it even easier when you use Steinhoffels' special 72-month financing. The back to school sale at Steinhoffels. Shop in store or online at steinhoffels.com.
Your foundation doesn't improve the appearance of under-eye puffiness. Your concealer doesn't make fine lines disappear. Even worse, they can make those imperfections more noticeable. Introducing Tint and Tighten, a new must-have lightweight tinted cream that is sure to find its place in your makeup routine. Tint and Tighten is the only tinted cream that creates a temporary tightening layer on the surface of the skin, which works to instantly reduce the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and under-eye puffiness.
It's a very time-consuming thing to put foundation on and do your eyes and your lips, and I'd much rather just have a product that I can put on my face that makes me feel good. The thing I love about Tint and Tighten is the refreshed feeling my skin has. It's not heavy, it's not greasy, my wrinkles are gone, especially around my eyes. My skin feels smooth, I feel youthful.
Compared to Tint and Tighten, there was another product that I was trying, and one of the things that was a problem is leaving residue in the area underneath the eyes where your concealer would go. So I found that was a challenge, but using this particular product, I realized it's not leaving a residue.
Tint and Tighten works to smooth out wrinkles and under-eye puffiness in just 10 minutes, while covering and concealing dark circles, age spots, and uneven skin tone, making you look and feel years younger.
Right around this area, I have fine lines, which a lot of people obviously deal with as they age. And then also in this area, I had very dark circles. They were a little just puffed out a little bit, and that without any makeup is almost eliminated.
What's even better is that these remarkable results last for up to 8 hours without needles or injections. Want to look your best for that upcoming event, date night, or job interview? Maybe you simply want to feel younger and more confident with your appearance. Then add Tint and Tighten to your makeup routine and bring youthfulness back to your life. Try it this summer for up to 50% off and free shipping. Visit tntcream.com or call the number on your screen.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Wisconsin is preparing for the state fair this weekend, but before thousands of people show up at the fairgrounds, safety inspectors need to check all those carnival rides multiple times. The Department of Safety and Professional Services had 5 inspectors on site yesterday. It's just one layer of safety checks for the popular carnival rides. State fair organizers also hired their own independent team to inspect the ride structure and mechanics.
Not only the mechanical, but even the seat belts, the seats. Are things in the right place? Do they look worn? Should they be replaced? The gates, making sure that those are safe so that people aren't coming on the ride or going into areas that they don't necessarily belong.
And this year, extra eyes on one ride in particular, Infinity. Last month, a ride similar to this one suddenly stopped. You may remember this was at the Forest County Festival in northern Wisconsin, leaving passengers suspended upside down for more than 3 hours. In West Allis, Infinity has already passed its initial round of testing. In total, Spin City will have 43 rides when the state fair opens tomorrow. Officials for EAA Air Venture in Oshkosh are releasing this year's show attendance numbers. The air show held from the 24th through the 30th of July, and officials say overall attendance came in at about 677,000. There were more than 3,300 show planes at the event and 848 commercial exhibitors during the air show. EAA Air Venture Oshkosh officials said the economic impact of the air show estimated to be about $170 million for the 5 counties in that region. Those numbers are based on a 2017 UW-Oshkosh economic impact study. Some decent weather to finish off concerts on the square. There may be some rain by the weekend. And here's Jacob with a complete look at the forecast. Jacob?
Yeah, it is very nice here right now. If you still want to attend concerts on the square, it doesn't start till 7, so you kind of got to get going, but it is perfect outside right now. We have a lot of shade, sun has gone down, and temperatures are just about perfect. Now, looking at the forecast for tonight, overnight, it's not going to be that cool. In fact, it'll be rather mild for the overnight hours. We'll see lows dropping into the upper 60s, with some areas even hanging on to the 70s. Now, tomorrow, it is going to be pretty warm, especially during the afternoon hours. We'll see high temperatures well into the 80s, and it's going to be pretty humid tomorrow as well. So we could see heat index values possibly in the lower to even middle 90s, but they're likely not going to get close to 100, not like what we saw last week. Now, tomorrow will be the warmest day for the foreseeable future, because by the time we get to Friday, it is going to be a little bit better with highs in the mid 80s, and it's not going to be as humid on Friday, so conditions will be a lot more comfortable. Now, we do have a good chance of rain over the weekend, and looking at Futurecast, we're not expected to see much rain for the rest of the week. For Thursday and for Friday, we are going to remain mostly dry with a few passing clouds here and there, but we're not expected to see any rainfall. Now, Saturday, there's a chance for some afternoon showers and storms, but the best chance of rain will come Saturday night into Sunday, lasting even until Monday morning. So looking at Future Track, the rain will likely move into our area late Saturday into Sunday morning, but the heaviest will actually occur later in the day on Sunday, as we could possibly see widespread rainfall, moderate to heavy even, possibly for a good amount of time. So some more much needed rainfall is expected on Sunday, and this looks like it will continue into Monday, possibly even Monday afternoon as well. Now, looking at the precipitation totals, these numbers are still subject to change, but nonetheless, we are expected to see possibly over an inch for a lot of our area. Some places may even be approaching 2 to 3 inches further north. Now, it's too early to say for sure if that's going to happen, but a lot of rain is expected nonetheless. And as far as the severe threat goes, still a bit unclear if we will see any severe weather with the storms that move through. Now, looking at the temperature outlook for the next 6 to 10 days, we are expected to see below average temperatures. So really, after this rainfall moves through, it's going to cool things off, and the cooler temperatures look to continue throughout much of next week, and you can see that firsthand with the 7 to 10 day planner. If we look at the temperatures for next week, highs will mostly be around 80 degrees, and some days we could even see highs in the 70s, specifically for Sunday. We are going to be dry for the beginning and middle of the work week, but then we are expected to see some more rain towards the end of the work week, with temperatures being very consistent for much of next week. So warm tomorrow, kind of pretty comfortable for Friday and Saturday, and then more comfortable for next week with some rain on Sunday. But if you want to go to concerts on the square, you got to hurry up, but it is very nice outside, so I would suggest people head on down here.
And coming up in sports, Kelly Sheffield and the Badgers went to the Windy City for Big Ten Media Days. The mindset Wisconsin has heading into next season. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Does our foam insulation work? Listen to this.
The power in the neighborhood was out for 2 days in 95-degree weather. My thermostat only went up 3 degrees, and that's even with letting the dog in and out. It was very comfortable here.
And her savings were more than the insulation costs.
If you want to save money on your power bills, get USA Insulation. It makes a huge difference.
USA Insulation.
I'm Megan Tim, Director of Community Health at SSM Health. You may know us as healthcare providers, but we live here too. And as good neighbors, we know our community thrives when we take care of each other. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are sharing the keys to health. Watch for our expert information and advice on air, online, and at fun local events. Join SSM Health and News 3 Now, and together we'll unlock a healthier community by taking time for kids.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same.
So I got Spectrum One.
Fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Want it? Here's the number.
Call 833-784-4999 to get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest download speeds in the nation.
Which helps me run all of this easily. Kids checkups? Scheduled. Work? Bust. Treat dispenser? Treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer. Work.
Switch to Spectrum One, 300 megabit internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security.
Spectrum One gets it done.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-784-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a store today.
Subway's now slicing their meats fresh. That's why Subway's preferred by this champ. And his future champ. And if we prefer it, we know you'll prefer it too. He's cocky for a 19-year-old.
It's the state's biggest summer event, and Josh is there to help plan your visit.
Tomorrow, he shares campus exhibits, entertainment, food, and fun at the Wisconsin State Fair.
And we will be tracking rain chances for the second part of the weekend. Join us tomorrow between 4:30 and 7.
Wisconsin volleyball stepped up to the mic at Big Ten Media Days and talked about everything except for one thing, their goal at the end of the year, because everybody already knows what the reigning conference champs are playing for. And as Andrew Banstra found out from Chicago, the Badgers are primed for another run at some hardware.
After winning the national championship in 2021, Wisconsin volleyball fell in the Elite Eight last season. Now they return a hungry and experienced team looking for their 5th straight Big Ten title and then some.
We don't really speak of awards. We don't really speak of what our end goal is. We all know. We all know what we're aiming for. We're aiming for championships. We're aiming for a Big Ten championship. We're aiming for a national championship. We want trophies. We want rings. We don't talk about that. The only thing that matters this year is getting better every single day.
Last year we were young. We were low in experience. We've got a lot of them coming back. There was a lot of lessons learned. And we are certainly hungry to get started next week. Tuesday we start practicing. I can't get here soon enough. If you're not ready, then you need to be out of the profession. And I am so fired up to get in the gym with this group.
As far as the team's past accomplishments, as Kelly Sheffield said, you don't brag about the last 5 mountains you climbed. You focus on the one you're on right now. And the Badgers will look to keep putting one foot in front of the other all the way to the top. In Chicago, Andrew Banstra, News 3 Sports.
Day 1 of fall camp for Wisconsin is in the books. The Badgers took the field at Pioneer Stadium this morning with a bunch of excitement surrounding the program. But there is one guy who seems to stay level-headed no matter what. Tanner Mordecai. UW's QB1 doesn't get rattled. He's been there, done that. And his cool, calm, and collected demeanor is something that's needed in a Phil Longo offense.
I don't think there's a stress level issue with him, which you never want with your quarterback. So that's the thing that impresses me most, because it's not easy to do at that position.
It looks like I'm even keel. That doesn't mean I'm not competing my butt off as hard as I possibly can. Everyone's looking at you all the time, so I think it's important that the guys around you see that, you know, I'm going to be okay no matter what, because adversity is going to strike.
And the Brewers lost in a way only the Brewers could lose. Yeah. We'll have highlights at 10.
I don't know if we want to see that. We've magically changed Jacob into Alex for a final look at the forecast. Jacob's down at the square.
Yeah, it's some magic with the weather.
Final check, Alex.
Yeah. Let's take a look at our sky cams out there right now. Gorgeous night for concerts on the square all across southern Wisconsin. Some high clouds that actually held temperatures down just a little bit today out there. Couple storms off to the north, folks, but those storms are likely going to fizzle out as they move towards southern Wisconsin, and then temperatures stay pretty mild overnight and a mild day for tomorrow too.
Alex, thanks. Thanks for joining us at 6. We'll be back here tonight at 10.